Penn National Gaming says it ended the quarter in an improved financial position thanks to reopened properties and the launch of the Barstool Sports app. Joining us now is Jay Snowden, CEO of Penn National Gaming. Everybody in the world should have stopped gambling and bought Penn National stock a year ago. And but they wouldn't know what to do, would they, Jay? They'd be like, wait, I have more than what I started with. I mean, it would be, for most gamblers, it would be a totally unique experience. However, I got excited thinking about all the different conversations we can have because you're multi-channel and there's so many variations. Let's start with the old style legacy stuff. So you got real brick and mortar properties. You got 41 and 40 are open. Tell us about how you opened them and how it's going.
Well, listen, Joe, good morning. It's been a real roller coaster of a year. You know, we went from beginning of the year, we announced our partnership and investment in Barstool Sports back in January. Very well received throughout the investor community. And then it wasn't but a month and a half later, COVID hits and we were mandated to shut down the entire company. So since that time, in March, we've been able to slowly reopen in a number of states, starting in May and June. And by the time you got to July and August, we were able to reopen all of our properties but one. We have one property in New Mexico that has not been able to reopen. So now we have 40 of 41 properties. The trends have been interesting and very, very consistent, very stable, where visitation is right around 70% of what it was pre-COVID. But what we're seeing is that when customers come to the casino, they're happy to be out of the house. They're happy to be doing something that's fun and entertaining and safe. And they're spending more time and they're spending more money. So when you take it as a whole, our revenues were down in the third quarter about 11% year over year, but our EBITDA was up 17%. So we've made a lot of adjustments, obviously, to the business model and thinking about efficiencies. And you really get sort of one chance in a lifetime to reimagine your business and everything that you do and how you do it. And so as we've reopened these properties, we've been able to do it in a different manner, really relying on technology and different thinking around how we run our businesses and the offerings. And the results have been really good since we've reopened.
We've had lots of conversations about sports ratings, but we've also seen how sports betting has exploded. I'm starting to hear that the TV ratings aren't the complete indication of how you should measure engagement in sports now. Does that answer why betting is still so strong versus ratings being down a little or a lot?
Joe, there's so many variables to consider. It's hard, right? You have the stats there in front of you, and what do you make of that during a year where all the sports have been sort of truncated into this short timeline? And you know, you had NBA and NHL and football and baseball actually all happening on the same day at one point. So I think everybody's sort of adjusting to what is normal versus what is now. And am I accustomed to watching baseball this time of year, watching basketball this time of year? We've got football games on Tuesday night. It's confusing. And there was a day the other day you turn on the TV, I think it was Tuesday, it was the first day I don't remember having a major sport on TV in the last 2 or 3 months. So I don't know what to read into that. I will tell you that from a sports betting perspective, we just launched our sports betting app with Barstool in Pennsylvania on September 18th. And we have had tremendous results. We're averaging over $2 million a day in sports betting handle or total bets placed on the sports betting app. We've spent virtually nothing in external marketing because our partner Barstool is so amazing at what they do with their audience. Their audience is very loyal. They talk to their audience in a way that really just creates that loyalty and that following. And so we've been able to generate a lot of interest and a lot of bets, a lot of downloads. We broke every record in the history of sports books online in terms of downloads and registrations and first-time deposits on our opening weekend. And we spent zero in advertising from a TV or radio or traditional linear standpoint. So I don't know what to tell you besides people are still very excited to watch sports when they're on. They're just trying to juggle which sport to watch, but they're definitely interested in still betting on sports.
And when do we get to, are you positive in the next year that you're just going to see multiple states join in so that all those new markets will be open for you?
Well, I can't say positive because it's not in my control, but there are a number of initiatives on ballots coming up next month in the state of Maryland, in the state of Louisiana, and there are a number of other states, Ohio, Massachusetts, Kansas, Missouri, that are all talking about legalization of sports betting. So we're going to do our part. We'll be ready to go. and next year is going to be a very busy year for us for sure.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.